Hello, everybody, and welcome back to MJ Games. I am Michael, and today we are looking at an absolutely beautiful, beautiful park as it is called Pokemon World, and it is created by Matthew Jed 1987. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm a big fan of Pokemon, and this is really exciting to see as this is the second Pokemon style park by this creator. And when the pandemic hit, Jasmine she got me a Game Boy, so I really got back into playing Pokemon. So this is gonna be fun to go through and see kind of what I know and what I still remember because I haven't really played much since I started playing Planet Coaster. So that's kind of taken up all of my time and effort at video games. But this is really cool to check out as this is the second creation or Pokemon style creation by Matthew. So the first one will be in the link below. So enough of me talking. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get started with the tour at the front of the park. All right, we are here at the entrance, and I'm going to say ahead of time that I do have a cough. So I'm going to try as hard as I can to not cough during this, but I apologize if that happens. And so right away, love this entryway, love all the different Pokeballs. I mean, obviously you got the main Pokeball, you've got the Ultra Ball. I think that's a Park Ball, native to, is it Johto? I think that's what that is. And then this one, I'll be honest, I don't know that one. So I think the Great Ball is blue, so I don't think that's the Great Ball. But yeah, so let me know, Matthew, what Pokeball that is. But really cool design, kind of using that as the entryway here. And so I think that one's the Great Ball. But once again, I could be wrong. And Pokemon is just such a fun game. I really like it. I haven't played near as much since I got Planet Coaster, if I'm being completely honest. But let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to make sure that I don't miss anything. But right away, I mean, we got Lavender Town, so we'll head to that in a bit. But first off, let's head to Pallet Town. There we go. You got Pikachu. Looks really awesome. I love how you've just used these. I mean, you've custom skinned even the stalls with Pokemon stuff. Like, that's just awesome. And then we got Pidgey. You got a little ATM right there, so that's awesome. And guys, this is just basic shapes. Like, this is amazing. The amount of time it must have taken you to do this is just mind-boggling. And we got Bidoof, I think. So I'm gonna try to remember as many of the names as I can. And then we got Red's house, Blue's house. We got the classic Pokemon game, the original Red and Blue. We got burgers. That's what I want right now, even though it's 10:30 at night. And then we got a Sentret. And is that Hoppip? So those are definitely Johto Pokemon. And then we got Psyduck and Magikarp, the most useless Pokemon ever, but it turns into a great Pokemon. And we got the Tommy CM Whirly-Rig. Love it. But you've also put these... Oh man, that's in the 5th generation. I remember that because that's maybe one of the weirdest... I don't know if weirdest is the correct words. One of the most odd of the generations is probably 5, and then I would say 7 as well, because they're just very different from the other ones. Not a bad way. I do think 7 was probably my least favorite when I played through them. It was just weird, kind of not having the traditional boss system and just how they did the different islands, and there's just a lot of weirdness to it. Then you got Mankey, which I love that in the back. That is really cool. And then you got the laser, kind of like for the Pokeball. That is awesome. And as we get to Mountain Moon, one thing I want to say real quick is Jasmine and I do have the join option now to become a part of the channel. And there's 2 different options. One is for $1.99, which is just a way to kind of show your support. And you're able to get photo updates and just a lot of different interactive stuff like that. And then with the $3.99 option, you'll get You'll be able to have access to all the videos ahead of time, up to 24 hours before it's going to be released. So just something we wanted to offer to kind of give a little bit more interaction and stuff like that. And so we got the Jigglypuff, or the karaoke bar. Makes sense, right? I'm not going to try to sing, so it would just embarrass myself. Um, but this is, I mean, this is just awesome. I love this. So we got to look at this at nighttime. I don't remember that one's name. I remember it's second generation, though. We got Clefairy, so this is there's the train that's going to take us around the park. We got more Centrets, and here we have the first coaster. So it's Mount Moon. We got Zubat. That looks cool. Nice looking station. So if we look at the stats on this real quick, not quite all green. Lateral G-force is definitely a little bit higher, but everything else looks good. All right, I will talk to you after the coaster. So that is Mount Moon. And like one thing that's really cool about these is he's definitely gotten better with his coasters too. But one thing that is really cool to see is it's not just about riding the coaster, it's about the experience. Like as you're flying around, you've got these now I don't know if these would be Pidgeotos now, because Mount Moon they might have evolved potentially. And then can't remember that was name. You got those more of those Centrets and just a really, really cool idea. You got those like little crabs. Oh, Parasect. Is that this one? I think. Yeah, and then ooh, that's a creepy one. I'm trying to remember which one that is. Like I can't even I'm trying to identify which generation that'd be in, but I'm kind of blanking on that one. But this is just a really, really cool thing to see. You got Zubats flying around in here. It looks like we got a Golbat. Really, really awesome. And so just a super cool. And then ooh, we have a drop tower with Diglets. So this drop tower is actually called, if we can look up here at the top of it, it's actually called Dig to represent Diglett. So that is a really cool kind of way to tie stuff in. And you got the ladybug Pokemon, Lydia. I'm probably gonna totally mess up all these. Is that Whopper or Whooper? So there we go. Let's see there we go. And it's cool too to see with this coaster like how high up it is. Is it really doesn't have a big drop at all. As it basically just kind of goes back down the mountain. But when you're up here, I mean, you're like really, really high up. So let's head back down and check out what else we have down here. Oh, we got Onyx built into the moon. That is awesome. Or into the cave. And then you got Geodude. And I did see a couple of those on the coaster. And so there's where the train's at. But we're not going to take the train because we don't want to miss anything. So you got more Zubat, you got Sand Shrew, or Sand Slash. Looks awesome. So there's where you would go on Dig, the drop tower. So now let's head out this way. And I want to keep it at night for this ride over here, if I can find the spot. Because I want to make sure we go on the haunted house. And so that was the Mount Moon area. So now we can kind of take a look at this area at night. And you got a Metapod, which is cool. Oh, this is a perfect Envenenat. So we got the Viridian Forest. Looks really cool. Man, honestly, what would have been super cool for you to do is... I know logistically with the guests this might be tough because there's really not a... they're kind of... There's really only one way in and out, but it'd be really cool if you kind of created a map that was literally like the map in the video games. So Caterpie karting. Oh, that's cute. That is cute right there. And Pinsir. Alright, just for sake of time, we're going to kind of go on this track. Oh, you got the lights and everything. Let's see. Wow, they are peeling out of there. Woo! You got Weedle. Oddish. Venomoth. Oh, you got Pinsir taking down the tree. That's clever. Oh, Pikachu. Pikachu's still super cute. I mean, he's kind of overrated in the game. He just really doesn't do much. Beedrill. That's a crappy Pokemon. Man, bug Pokemon just suck. Like, does anybody disagree with me? And if so, please tell me how to utilize bug Pokemon well. Because they're just terrible. I mean, I guess, I don't know. Maybe it's just because I never really trained them up to high levels. But this is really cool, though, because obviously it's Caterpie's kind of forest area. So you got the Beedrill up there. Like, that is so well done. That's just awesome. I've probably said that way too much already. Just awesome. You got a Metapod up there, or is that Kakuna? That's a Kakuna. Okay. Then you got the Metapod here on the ground. That's just... I'm not going to say it again. Not going to say it again. So if we head out this way, this is a little food shop. And we're not going to keep it at night all the time. Ooh, Butterfree. Oh, that's cool. That's cute. Yeah, I mean, Matthew, you are just so creative, man. This is just mind-boggling to me. I mean, I wouldn't even know where to begin with stuff like this. So, your ability to see and create using basic shapes is just really second to none in this game. This is so unique and so cool. So now we're going to head to the... What's this called? The Dark Ride? Okay, I thought it was going to be something else, but it's just called Dark Ride. So we're going to have Ghastly and so forth. And I like the eyes here, kind of getting you ready for the ride. Alright, so we definitely, this is, I forget the name of this place in the first game in Kanto. But let's go ahead and take a ride on the Dark Ride, and I will talk to you afterwards. So that was a really cool experience, and if I remember correctly, it's kind of similar to one in the other park, but yet at the same point, it's different. And so I just love seeing the different characters. I mean, good job with like the smoke animatronic and stuff. And then we got Haunter, or no, Gengar. My bad, Gengar. Really, really well done. So now I'm wondering where. Oh, there's Haunter. Okay, the tongue. That's what makes it different from Haunter and Ghastly. Because I was trying to wonder. I was like, man, are these actually Haunter when they're supposed to be Ghastly? Because obviously, um, Haunter, like Gengar, looks so different than the other two, right? Um, so there's another Haunter. This is really cool. Yeah, so it's definitely like it's a good pacing in terms of the length and stuff and how the ride flows. So I really, really think it's cool what you've done with this dark ride. So let's see if we can get out of here. Oh, okay, there we go. So now we're going to turn back to daytime for a bit. Let's see. Try to do this without getting the HUD off the screen, but obviously it didn't work. So now, kind of look at this area. So we've looked at, I just want to make sure because there's so many different places to go in here. So we've basically done this area right here. So we got this area here. So this is Route 2. Is yeah, what I was saying about creating a map that's like the same as in the game, to where like you have to follow Route 1, Route 2, and then whatever boss you choose. And Eevee. So you got Sidekick. Awesome. I mean, that's a great view of the coaster right there. That's majestic looking. It's over here. Oh, we got a kids coaster. So I shot the POVs beforehand with this, and I just didn't even see that kids coaster. There's so many little things tucked into this park that, and I'm sure I'll probably miss something, not meaning to. And is that Porygon? So we got Meryl. Oh, another Eevee. And then, oh, I forget this one's name. But it's a pretty good Pokemon in the 4th generation. So now we got to Celedon City and Duo. I think that's called, or Doug Duo, because I know it's Doug Trio. But yeah, so we got another Poke Center, which is awesome to see. You got Pokemart. And then here we've got the Swablu Inn, which is really cute. And there's the Swablu. Now we have our first gym in the park. And this is the gym leader, Erica. To be honest, I can't remember the gym leaders in this first game in terms of which one's which. Like I was thinking Celadon City for some reason was the water, the water gym, the one that was like in the anime where Misty kind of came from. Um, but clearly not. So we got Gloom, or that might be the other one. Then Magnemite. But that's, I think Magnemite's the one with just one of them instead of 3. But that looks so realistic with it. That's awesome. All right. So Route 2, that's where we just came from. Okay. I'm just trying to make sure I'm not missing anything. So now we go to wherever this is, Route 3. Team Rocket with Wheezing and Venusaur, or you got Ivysaur. Oh, that bear Pokemon's always so cute. I never actually had the game where you could catch that one though. In terms of the 2nd generation. And then we got Rubbish, Scorpio, and Muck. Man, this is really would be a disgusting smelling ride if this was real. Then we got Team Rocket Coaster. So let's head this way. Love the meow. That is such a good job. So that was the Team Rocket coaster, and a lot of detail to this. So you can see with some of the supports. Now, I don't know if it's custom. Actually, no. Excuse me. Woo. Man, I just had a big yawn there for some reason. I guess because it is getting a little later. Um, but as you can see, kind of using the Pokeballs kind of pattern to cover up some of the supports is a really, really kind of cool touch. And gosh, it must have been so tedious to do. Like, what pieces are actually used? Just trying to. Oh, I'm at 100%, so I can't do anything with it. Decorative shapes. Oh, that's an actual piece. Okay. Decorative shapes twist. Because I was trying to figure out how he did that. But that is really, really cool. And then now, so yeah, with the coaster design, I mean, it's. I think it had some areas that could have been smoothed and stuff a little bit, but I think the concept of it is cool and had some cool elements. And then obviously a lot of interaction with the Pokemon, which is the #1 priority. And down here, you have Gyarados. As I say that as I yawn, and then a Tentacruel. Man, that's the good one to kill in the game, or not kill, but to battle and knock out, because that thing gives you some points, man. Gives you some XP. So that's what you need when you're getting to the end of the game, some quick XP. So now we have a flat ride over here, or track ride, that we are going to take a ride on. And while we're going through this, I won't be talking, but we will talk afterwards. So many really cool things with this, as I believe this is meant to be the wild area, if I saw that correctly. But you've got the Executors, you got Pikachu, Forget that little guy's name. You got a Charizard over here. I mean, this is just really, really cool. Really detailed. You got Staryu, you got Piplup. There's a lot of really, really cool things going on here. Oh, Chikorita. Wow, that looks so much like her with those eyes and stuff. That is amazing. Yeah, I'm just amazed that he was able to make all this and all these characters. Oh, and that's a great way to use Ekans. Have the snake actually hanging from the tree. That's a cool touch. And so we're just looking at this in daytime because you wrote it, I believe, at nighttime. Like I said, I pre-recorded the POVs and stuff like that. So now let's head back here, as I believe we looked at everything on this side. We'll take a look at that back area in a bit. Oh, you got Snorlax up there. So we got two more rides, as this is the last main area of the park. And we have Seafoam Caves. So Seafoam Caves Coaster. So let's take a look at these stats. 134 feet is the biggest drop. Definitely really high on the vertical G-forces, as you want to try to keep that around 5 or lower. But let's go ahead and take a ride on the coaster. So the coaster overall definitely had a couple kind of moments where you could tell that the vertical G-forces would be a little bit high. But overall, I mean, I think the design of it is cool. I, once again, love the fact that you're really maneuvering in and out with different Pokemon and you change the terrain levels. Um, just really, really cool to see. And we got Squirtle. I love Squirtle. Still might be my favorite Pokemon of any Pokemon. Um, yeah, so that was that coaster. And if you look over here in the back, we just have some Pokemon here kind of in the wildlife. You got Magikarp, and those things will do nothing. So yeah, it's just a pretty cool idea for kind of that back area. And so now let's head this way. Oop, yeah, this is where we were heading. So now we got the Gyarados, and I believe this is going to be a family coaster, so we'll just talk through the coaster. So that was the Gyarados coaster, and I mean, it was definitely more of a family coaster, but I gotta say, I was surprised with the overall layout. I think it was well done, it was smooth. I just was probably kind of visually naive on the fact of looking over here and not even seeing this extra track that's kind of weaving in and out of the Pokemon. So that was really cool to see. But then there's the monorail going around. So if we take a look at this area at night, yeah, so lighting is done really well, and you've got that kind of off blue coloring since it's the Seafoam Cave. So now, I think we've looked at everything. So my closing thoughts are: this is a really, really cool park. I mean, there's still probably so many little details that I probably didn't pick up on. Try to make sure I keep this under the time limit. But yeah, this is really, really, really cool. And I believe I said in the intro, but just to make sure, I am linking below the tour of this creator's other Pokemon park. So kind of using some of the same Pokemon, um, but there's also been a lot of ones that weren't in that one. They're in this one, and so forth. So that is really, really cool to see. I really love this park, and yeah, I mean, it'd be cool to see kind of what you do next. And like I said before, um, it'd be an interesting design or layout to lay out a park like Johto, for example, where guests can only get to a certain space based off following that path. Or so that'll wrap it up for this tour. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to check out the other videos that I've done based on this creator. And I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. Talk to you later, and gotta catch 'em all.